Hi, Vanessa. My name is Tiffany Burks, and I am in your PAD 747 class. Today, I will be responding to your video blog post. I would like to start off by restating your topic, which is electronic monitoring with a focus on sex offenders. I find this very interesting because upon picking my topic, I wanted to do electronic monitoring, but with a focus on house arrest. I did conduct a little research on electronic monitoring, so my face did in fact line up when I read your memo and saw your blog post. It was so funny because I was very adamant about doing electronic monitoring with the focus on house arrest. So it was just weird that, when I did open up, the task of what we had to do, that I actually, had your video. It was just crazy. Starting with your memo, I like that you gave facts about criminals in prison and how 1.4 million prisoners will be released back to society. Also, you stated that 5 million prisoners come out of jail and they are either on probation or parole. This is the price that prisoners have to pay when they do a crime. They go to jail, they serve their time, and they come out and they're still kind of under watch basically. In your video, you touched upon the state of California and how its prisons were overcrowded and how many prisoners would be released because of this issue. Once these prisoners are released, they will either be on probation or parole. You stated that your paper will focus on individuals who are on parole and the electronic monitoring that you will be focusing on is sex offenders. I know that you were just given an overview, but in your paper, I think you should talk about sex offender apps, emphasizing on the pros and the cons of this type of electronic monitoring. If you can, you should explain thoroughly about how the app works and what made this app come to light. I also think you should examine the other side of this issue, which is right to privacy. I'm sure a lot of prisoners, when they are released from prison, they think that, he or she should not be watched or tracked. Opposed to this, non-prisoners, I'm sure would think that their privacy is not important. I have a lot of people on a day-to-day basis think that, once a person is locked up, like they're always a prisoner or they're always a crook. So I'm sure, you will understand that. I think looking into different policies regarding this topic will be good for you just so that you can get like a better understanding also. I know that you are focusing on sex offenders, but you are also focusing on parolees. Just to give you a brief background, I think you should talk about the different types of electronic monitoring relating to parolees in general, such as house arrest. I say this because it will give a reader who has no clue about this topic insight on how a parolee is monitored after being incarcerated. Not everyone knows what electronic monitoring is, but once they hear house arrest and GPS, I'm sure it will ring a bell. That is why it's good to discuss this topic in detail and not cut any corners, when actually explaining thoroughly what it is. I stated earlier before picking my topic, I wanted to do electronic monitoring with a focus on house arrest. I came across something interesting, which was an ankle bracelet that detected drug and alcohol usage. I think you can tie this into your research because you stated that a lot of prisoners, once they get out of jail, they have a chance of reoffending. There are a lot of different reasons why a person may reoffend, but I'm sure drugs and alcohol could play, a major part of this. A lot of people, once they get out of prison, they are, depressed and they do resort to drugs and alcohol, which is a very, unfortunate case, but it does happen. So to make sure that this doesn't happen, this type of monitoring will be great. Again, my name is Tiffany Burks, Vanessa, and it was a pleasure reading your memo and going over your video blog post. So I just want to say good luck to you on your entire proposal, and I wish you best of luck. Thank you.